Oh, I see you there. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Python package. Now these things are awesome. They allow you and everyone else to use the code that you created in an easy and simple way. So let's get to it. All right. So I just want to start off by stating that everything in this tutorial can be found on an article in the description below. It states everything about the files you'll need. It actually has the files, the code, everything in there. So let's keep going. So here's the tutorial. The first thing we're gonna have to do is create some files. I've got this tutorial on my desktop called My Tutorial, and inside this folder, I'm gonna create a few files. So starting off, put the CD into it. Then I'm going to make my directory. This name needs to be what your package name is going to be. Then we're going to create a couple files. The first one I'm going to create is the setup.py file. Py. Then we'll need a readme. So .md. Now the setup.py file is what you'll be using to set up all the data inside of it and all the package requirements. The type of things you could see inside of there is the description, the name of your package, the version of your package, all the dependencies. And what I mean by dependencies is if you're using matplotlib or numpy or any of these packages, you'll be required to put those in there. And then when the user comes to pip install your package, they'll also pip install those requirements as well, or dependencies. Next, we'll want to cd into the YouTube tutorial folder, and we'll want to create two files. So the first one will be the name of our package .py. Then we'll also want to create an init file. So here .py. The YouTube tutorial file is going to be where we put our code. In this instance, we'll make a very simple class called test and a function called I'm working. And this will allow us to basically output to the user that I am working, or to you. And the init.py is a very important file. It basically tells the package when it's being set up how to find your files. So all the files that you add into all your folders will require one of these files, and then also a simplified version of importing where you don't have to state the root directory. So a dot whatever your directory or your package name is won't be required if you just put it clearly into that init file. So after that, let's cd backwards, and the first file we're going to play with is the setup.py file, and in that folder I'm going to be using Atom. So I'll just take it and I'll put it inside of here. Now I'm going to use the tutorial to copy this code. It's really good just to use this as a template and then adjust for what you need here. So we'll change ours to YouTube _tutorial. This will be our first. This is Python packages. Perfect. Then we'll have a function, and this is what the init.py file uses to find all those things. So we'll use 3.6 as our Python, a URL, the author's email. Then basically this is what will be used to establish what licenses you're using. And then I talked about dependencies, so this is where you'll state it. So for this tutorial, I just wanted to show it. So matplotlib is one of them, and I give a version number. And then pyserial is another one. So we'll save this, and then we'll open up the, we'll just copy this. And on the README, we'll just add some text. This is what's going to show up on the PyPI repository, and this is where your package is stored. So this will be the main thing that shows up there, just like GitHub has a description or README as well. So we'll save that. Then we'll close both of these and we'll open both of our init and YouTube tutorial. So the first one, I'm going to use the YouTube or create the YouTube tutorial file. So if we go back to our code, I will copy a basic class. This class is very, very simple. It states a class called test, and then it has a function inside of it called I'm_working, and it prints to the user I'm working, and nothing is to worry about. So now let's move to the init file, and here again I'll take some code. Now in the tutorial online, we create something called an easy number MNIST. In here, we'll just make it YouTube_tutorial, and then we'll use this again. So what this file is doing is it's basically allowing people to just import it and not be required to type the full thing. They could type YouTube tutorial and they'll be able to import the test function automatically. If you want to do it on your folder structure another way, you would have to type out the full directory plus that. But this makes it a lot easier. So that's good to go. So now we'll close out of that. And now we're good to go and upload to the PyPI repository. So I'll clear out here. We're going to type in a command. So first one is Python setup.py bdist_wheel sdist. And what this is doing is creating a wheel file and an sdist file. So it basically compiles the package to where it'll be good to go to upload to PyPI. So we'll click that. Then the big things you're looking out for is that all your files are being added to it. So if you notice here, we have YouTube tutorial, we have our init file, and then we have the YouTube tutorial.py. Those are the ones that you want to look out for. The setup.py and the readme are there because the setup.py file sets that up for us. Now we'll want to upload it. So we'll type twine, or we'll clear out, then we'll type twine upload dist/star. And if you don't already, you'll have to go to the pypi.org website and set up yourself with an account. This is what will allow you to actually upload to it, and it'll be stored in your name. So mine is Mellowman, and my password. And somebody, of course, used our name. So we'll switch up the name. And all right, so we fixed the name. So apparently YouTube_tutorial was taken, so I changed it to Dan_YouTube_tutorial. So now that we've created it, let's clear this out and let's pip install it. And there we go, we're installed. So we'll clear that out. Now I'm going to cd out of here. I'm going to go to my desktop. So now I'm going to create a file on my desktop, so completely away from the repository, and we'll call it test_1.py. Perfect. And we'll open up test1 in our Atom. And yeah, so we'll import it. So import Dan_YouTube_tutorial. Then we'll make an object. And this object will have test. Then we'll say object dot I'm underscore working, and we'll run that. And there you go. So now I'm working and nothing is to worry about. So how this code works is that we've imported our package, then we created an object variable that has the Dan YouTube tutorial .test class in it. And now since this variable has the class, we can call .I'm working, or our function that I'm working, which prints out nothing to worry about. I'm working. So hopefully this is a good tutorial and a good beginning to setting up your Python package. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'll get to you. And don't forget to check out that article and hit the like button. Thanks. See you guys.